Hello everyone, welcome to another sharing. So today I would like to share a topic which we hear often these days, especially. It's about gender. So I know there's a lot of things happening, lot of things said and done, and people changing their genders and identifying themselves. Thousands of ways of identification. Some are complaining like they were not recognized. So let's dive deep into this and see what ancient wisdom has to say about gender. So I'm not trying to take any side, but I, I think people should decide what gender they are, and it should be a personal thing. And you can see various things happening also, no? And in a way, there are all these rights and all these things people asking, and then there are singular terms, plural terms, and we don't know exactly like how to call a person. And you see them in their bios, CVs, and then you see some people fighting because of this, even arguing and mocking each other. And some it's very unbelievable also, uh, like people how they're acting. So and there are some instances, for example, like some person identified uh, that person's self as a camera, and this person was allowed to go to a restricted area because this person identified as a camera. So and then there was another person who identified himself as a millionaire, and he went to the bank and asked for a loan for like $100,000, but he didn't have. So, but he said, I identify myself as a uh, how to say uh, a millionaire. But he was taken out from the bank by the security. So these things are very complicated in the sense like a person should know, no, like maybe these were like just actings, and there are some instances like a bodybuilder. He went to a female event and showed like how just because by changing the gender and recognizing as such, he was a very strong bodybuilder and a weightlifter, sorry. And he went to a ladies event, and he said, I recognize as a woman. So he was taken in according to the rules, and he broke all the records that the ladies had to keep, were really doing for many years within one day. And you see people challenging each other and fighting, and some people even getting hurt because of this. And then there are various things, no? Some people say like these are like politically motivated. Some people say this is the Satan and the God, and their parties fighting with each other. So and then the worst of things is like it's fed on to little children who are like maybe 6 or 7 years old. So what do they know, right? uh, okay, as an adult you can call yourself. I saw in one discussion one person was calling himself as, I would like to recognize myself as a penguin. And there are actually people who recognize themselves uh, as a dog or a puppy or a cat. And even a parent had problems at school because the child was not allowed to uh, go to the bathroom. The child was not having a kitty litter box. So these are very, I don't know, like you have to think about these things, no? So I'm not trying to take any sides. I was like also seeing these things, and from different religions, different spiritual backgrounds, they have been telling, and we definitely know the science factor of things. From small days they teach us. So most of us have heard about the science, and then the creation factors. So I'll try to introduce some things from other viewpoints also. So after some research and all, you can see, but it's a bit close to science also. In ancient wisdom, it is said, just like, because some people would just say, like there's this uh, powerful person, and then the beings came from different places of that person's body. So some people said they just came from the universe. Some people say they came from another planet or a galaxy. Some people say like about the creations. So we all know we were born from a mother, and the usual pattern is male and female. In the 90s and before that, we didn't have all these things, about identification. We can personally, a person can identify for many reasons who they are, what they are. But the thing is, like, we are born maybe with some organs, so then people do operations, take hormones, to change these things also, and implants and all these things. So we know, like, a part from the male and part from the female, they join. And usually as human beings, we are born in the mother's womb. In ancient wisdom, it says, if you take a horse hair and dip it into sesame oil, and then you dip the horse's hair into a small bottle, maybe with horse's sesame oil, and then you take it out and you shake it like 7 times, and then whatever that is left within the tip of that horse's hair is like the first part of what is being starting of a being in a mother's womb. So actually this is the material factor. Like in science they say, like, 2 cells join and 1 cell is made, and then what happens is there should be a consciousness. So many traditions talk about a consciousness or a mind. Others people call it a miscarriage, and there's a fertile time period, and within that time period, though even if the physical factors or material factors join in the mother's womb, there should be a consciousness or a mind that should be coming to that materiality. Otherwise there won't be a being. So in the very first part, it is said there are, like, when we are talking about the physicality, there are like parts of like 10 each. One is for the physical structure, but at this moment these are just energies, and in the first part nobody can see with the eye, the physical eye. And not only that, a person through sometimes equipment also, not very easy to see, because there's nothing that is growing yet as a child. So then what happens is, like, there's one for physicality, then there's like for heart base, because still the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, those parts are not being made. They are also parts of the body, but still nothing happens like that, because it's like the little bit of oil that is at the edge of that horse's hair. And then there's another one for gender. Yeah. So there's like male gender and female gender. So these are kind of like fixed or made because of karma, different reasons, the gender. So actually, when you say like when you are adult also, being a man, they have this, they are called bhavarupa, the material factors of being a male. They are all over the body. That's why their features and all are different. But through injections and all hormones, they change the physical structure, no? And that's why the people who want to change, they get the facial hair and all these things, no? Deep voices. And it's the opposite also like that. So in the feminine or the female, they also from the birth. But there are very rare instances uh, because of karma. Some babies are born with sometimes the male parts as well as the female parts. So there's a mixture of that. Some have like a mixture, like some parts of the female body as well as some parts of the male body. Some people have even the uh, reproduction organs of both genders in them, but these are not very common. So these are the kind of like explanations, especially given in ancient wisdom. So take this also into account and investigate more. We can have more discussions about these things, and it's really interesting. And it seems like uh, the physicality of things, that is what they're actually changing also. And then through different things, operations and all, but sometimes you see like uh, it is not a successful thing, no? Because in a way they were kind of like made for these roles through karma, through the actions. So please consider these things with an open mind, and uh, let us see everything in a positive factor and with lot of wisdom. I wish you all the very best and have a wonderful day.